right, so this is Elvis. Elvis was one of the earliest chickens that we had at Life with Pigs. So he's been here pretty much the entire time.
He has been here since pretty much the very beginning. And he was the second chicken that came.
And it's kind of apropos that Elvis is here right next to Millie, whose life he ruined. Since Millie's best friend, Beatrice, decided that she wanted to go spend a lot of time with Elvis outside. She was a chicken that thought she was a pig and then fell in love with Elvis here. And so ended up spending a lot of time outside with him. And she still spent a lot of time with Millie, but definitely, the sisters before misters. I don't know. Is there like a saying like that? But Elvis came to us from a friend down in North Carolina. Had gotten Elvis during the Hurricane Florence, and when this happened, it just flooded down in North Carolina. All the pig poo was flowing everywhere from all the horrible factory farms that Smithfield has down there. And Elvis was up on a porch with a pig.
And so luckily people were going out with boats to try to rescue any animals they could.
It turned out that he had been a show rooster before all of this. And so he is, obviously not like, there's no ideal life for any birds that are anywhere but on sanctuaries, because if they have any purpose that involves benefiting a human, then when they stop benefiting a human is when their life doesn't end up as good.
He quickly became the king of all the chickens, and so his name is very fitting. Should I sit somewhere else?
And he's always been a very, very sweet boy. Like when you pick him up and pet him, you can see he's smacking his beak and closing his eyes. He's falling asleep because he's so sweet. He doesn't want to be picked up. I don't know if it's because he feels too proud about being seen, being carried by a human.
But once you get him in your arms, he settles down pretty easily. And sometimes will just fall asleep and just likes to cuddle. And the pigs are always happy to have a chicken about to peck them on their backs and walk on their backs. It's one of their favorite things.
But yeah, he would have been left to die by the person who had him before in Florence, because it would have been too much of a hassle to make sure he was safe. So they just left him to die. And so that is how he ended up coming to Life with Pigs.
He's definitely a ladies' man. He loves the ladies. And they mostly love him back, although he's got his main squeeze, Indy, who he spends most of his time with. He does have a little bit of a wandering eye.
But he has to contend with Quincy, our turkey, who does not like him having any fun with the ladies anytime he tries. Quincy is the proverbial cockblock and will smash into Elvis while he's in the middle of his hanky-panky and put an end to that. Right now his wife is Indy. It used to be Beatrice before she passed away. But so now him and Indy spend every night together, perched together.
A sweet boy, a very distinct crow that we hear, every morning, and we always know when it's Elvis, so that he's looking out over his yard and keeping an eye on everything. So
we cannot imagine our king of roosters not being here, just strutting around being Mr. Fantastic as he is. Love you, kiddo.